Hello, this is Andrew with Mammalian.bike, and this is an Outbound Lighting Trail Evo and Hangover combo. You can purchase these individually, but I figured as long as I was trying to solve my lighting solution, I would just go all out. There are a lot of very expensive mountain bike lights that are available. This is in that group, but there are a couple things that distinguish Outbound Lighting from the other ones. One is that they're based in Chicago, which is kind of neat. Two is they're a small company that they get really good reviews on their hardware. Not that other companies don't get great reviews, but they're a small company, they're from Chicago, and I figured it was worth giving it a go. There are a couple of technical features here that also makes it worth giving it a go, but let's get into that once we get them open. So this, as the box says, is the Trail Evo. This is a relatively new light in their product catalog, I believe. In the box here you get a small mount. I think this is let's just measure it. This is it says 30.4 mount, and then this mount is a lot larger. It is 34 at its smallest setting. This is a self-contained light, which is one of the really neat things about this. The battery is inside here, but there's a USB charging port here, and there should be a USB cable in here. Yep. USB Type-C cable. So adding battery capacity as simple as plugging in this USB Type-C cable into here, and you can add 10,000 or 20,000 or whatever milliamp hours of light. And it looks like there's like a little lip. Let's see if I can focus that a little bit. It looks like, since there's a little lip around the cable here, it looks like this would also be at least largely weatherproof as well. But I'm not sure that I will need that, but it's great to have that feature. If I can get it out now. Probably want to put it in this way instead. Yeah, that actually goes in and out a lot easier. Let's put it on the scale real quick. So let's just measure, let's weigh it without the, so that is 273 grams. And the bracket is 52.3. Let's just see what one of these guys are. That's 15.4. And I suspect that I'm actually going to be using that one, so I'm going to take this other guy off. So this just kind of comes off here, and then I imagine that pops off, and then that comes off. So so I will be saving 0.4 of a gram. This is metal, which is another really nice feature of the light. And this is metal, and this is metal. This bit here is some kind of rubberized plastic, I think. But this shoe fits in here like that. Just clicks in there, and then that's your light. So putting this on the bike should be pretty easy, but let's look at the Hangover before we do. So the Hangover is intended to be a helmet-mounted light. Again, it is self-contained, and it also has, there's a little mark there. That's weird. A USB Type-C battery input as well, and I suppose that there's probably another cable in here. Yeah, another one of the same type of cable, and you can see here how you're supposed to use it. I have a Gopro mount, which is what this is. It's just a standard, if I can get it up. This is a standard GoPro fitting, and then this is a standard GoPro mount that you can use. And I already have one of these just from mounting a different headlamp on my helmet. So that's super convenient. Let's turn that on. And then the weight for this is 138.6 grams. So I am out here in the woods, and as you can see, it's pretty dark. I'm gonna turn on the Trail Evo, We're going to run through the cycles, the light cycles on it, and then we'll do the same with the Hangover. So this is the first setting. This is adaptive. And now I'm going to exposure lock this so we can see the difference. So stepping one setting left. So adaptive starts out high and then slowly ramps down to the different settings. This is high, which is essentially the same thing when you first turn it on. This is medium, and then that's low. You can see that, there's a pretty big difference between them. I usually ride on medium on this setting because it's plenty of light, especially when I use it with the Hangover. So I'm going to turn this off now. And let's turn on the Hangover. So it also has the adaptive, the high, the medium, and the low setting. I usually ride on medium with this and medium that, which provides plenty of light for me to see as I'm kind of coming around turns like this, and it works really well. As you can see, it provides a really wide beam of light, which is where my road lights were failing me, because even though I have a set of very powerful road lights, and I put one on my helmet and one on the bike, it was just pointing down the middle here. So as I was coming up to this turn, I couldn't see anything over here. And if you're doing that at speed, that's a problem. And I was running the trees and stuff, and I didn't like that very much. So the width of this light is fantastic, and I love it. It's exactly what I was looking for. And then, of course, with the helmet, you get the helmet light. You get light where you're looking, or where you're headed, wherever you turn your head. So I really like this unit. I think that even though it is not cheap, it provides amazing value for what it is. The first thing is that for this light plus the Hangover, the one on my helmet, it was about the same price as what I was going to spend on a single light like this just for my bike to get about the same feature set. So while it's not cheap, it is amazing value for what it is. And so I have no hesitation. I would totally buy it all over again. I love that this is a standalone unit. Both this and the Hangover are standalone units, which means that the battery's in here. But if I need to put an external battery on here, I can. I just use the USB-C cable, bring it back, and tether charge block to the bike, and then I have additional battery life. I have not done a complete battery rundown test. I haven't been out in the cold long enough for that to happen. The longest ride I did was in about the mid-20s Fahrenheit, which is, I think, minus 5-ish Celsius. And I was out for 3 hours. Battery had plenty of juice, maybe half full by the time I got back, running medium. So no problem there. The only problem that I had with it was this clamp. I broke it when I first mounted this on the bike. And I contacted Outbound Lighting, and they were awesome about it. They sent me another clamp. They said that it probably was some kind of manufacturing thing, and they're redesigning the clamp, and they'll be going to be sending out a new clamp to everybody who has one, a new redesigned clamp to everybody who has one when they get that done. I think in the March-April timeframe. While I was corresponding with them, they mentioned that they had a prototype GoPro adapter available, and they sent it to me, and I'm going to show an image of that up over here, and it is amazing. I haven't had a chance to use it yet because I've just been riding the fat bike out here, but when the weather gets nicer and the snow goes away, I am really looking forward to putting that on my gravel bike because, well, this problem, the need to see the width of the field or the trail, isn't as bad on a gravel bike. It's still an issue. So putting this guy on my gravel bike is going to make riding in the gravel trails at night so much better than it was using my road light. I don't really have anything bad. I mean, besides the clamp, but that's just, you know, one of those things that, you know, they say that you learn more about a company when something bad happens than when something good happens. And this is one of those examples where their customer service was outstanding. And even though it kind of sucked that the thing broke, and even though it kind of sucked that there was some kind of manufacturing thing, they did the right thing. They sent me a new one. They're going to send everybody else a new one. And the outcome was amazingly positive for me. So I would highly recommend this. I absolutely love it. It's brilliant. Hopefully you found that useful. If you did, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I will get to them as soon as I can. Thanks.